There are mixed emotions across Newfoundland and Labrador today. Well, there has been real progress containing the wildfires, and the weather is finally starting to change. Some people who fled the fire in Conception Bay North are starting to get the dreaded phone calls, informing them about the loss of their homes. As well, there has been confirmation of what many people in the community had feared. One of their schools has also been destroyed. Minister of Education Bernard Davis broke the news at today's provincial government briefing. Cabot Academy, a kindergarten to grade 12 school in Western Bay, has been lost to fire. The school and community are located right in the middle of the fire zone in Conception Bay North. Of course, the school year is set to begin in just a few weeks, and teachers need to be back in their classrooms even sooner. As well, many other schools in the area are currently being used to shelter evacuees and to support firefighting crews. Here's how Minister Davis addressed the students, parents, and teachers in the area.
We understand that many of the families and individuals have been affected by these fires, and many are staying in other communities temporarily. Rest assured, all students and staff will have a place in a classroom or a position at a school this upcoming school year. Within our education system, everyone will be ready to help. If a student is in a different community, or an educator or staff member can't return to their home, we will welcome you into a school community that is convenient for you. We've also had discussions. I had the pleasure of talking with the president of the NLTA last night to ensure this will be a seamless, established transition.
Now, there is also some good news to report. The growth of all wildfires burning in the province has been slowed or halted. Firefighting crews are making real progress. More assets are arriving all the time, and some rain is on the way. The Kingston fire burning in Conception Bay North grew yesterday, but only by 200 hectares. That is a big difference from the thousands of hectares of growth we had seen over the previous 2 days. Yesterday, an evacuation alert was issued for the area of Job's Cove. People there still need to be ready to leave at a moment's notice. The fire burning in Paddy's Pond near St. John's has seen no growth since yesterday. There too, an evacuation order for part of the community of Paradise remains in effect. And in central Newfoundland, there was no growth at the Martin Lake fire, though there as well, the Bay d'Espoir Highway remains closed. Today there is some rain coming for each of those regions. That is good news, though it does present a new problem. Some of those aerial assets can't fly in low cloud cover. Last night, Premier John Hogan did manage to get up in a helicopter to try and get a first-hand look at the communities in Conception Bay North. Here's what he was able to see.
It is obviously a very large area. It was difficult. The pilot was unable to get to certain parts of the fire. We couldn't do the whole perimeter because of the extreme smoke, and it is very thick smoke. I mean, you cannot see your hand in front of your face if you were in that smoke. You know, what I can say is that there are areas that are just completely burned and black, so it is understandable that you can't determine if structures are in there and lost or not. But I will say that there are, the good news is there are numerous and a number of structures that are still standing and still safe. There have been burnt areas right up to a community, but the community still remains. So, you know, we were talking yesterday about hope and optimism, so let's continue to be optimistic about saving structures, and it's clear that that effort has worked in some parts of those communities.
So as the smoke clears, we will get a clearer picture of the devastation caused by this fire. For people who have already been displaced, who are waiting for word on their homes, it is going to be a very anxious time, watching for any new information while hoping their own phone doesn't ring. Goudie, CBC News, St. John's.